Can China maintain its grip on generative AI? It did, in fact, incorporate the internet. Westerners predicted the Chinese would abandon capitalism. The web would then destroy it. We could be proven wrong again. It is widely believed that insanity is repeating the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Considerations similar to these apply to Western opinions of the People's Republic of China. When the country's leaders launched their incredible industrialization project, we warned them that if they wanted capitalism, which they clearly did, they would require democracy. We'll take the capitalism, but not the democracy, they said. Then, when they decided they wanted the internet in the 1990s, Bill Clinton and others argued that if they wanted the internet, they also required openness and, by extension, democracy. They selected the internet again, but this time they neglected the openness factor. Then they moved on to build the only technology sector that matches, if not surpasses, that of the United States. The resulting hegemonic anxiety has proven tremendously effective in U.S. firms' efforts to resist government regulation of the tech industry. If you cripple us with onerous regulation, China will be the biggest beneficiary, at least in future technologies code for generative AI such as ChatGPT, Midjourney, DALL-E, and so on. Something that happened last week signals a revival of Western hubris towards Chinese leaders' supposed naivete. On April 11th, the Cyberspace Administration of China (CAC), the country's internet regulator, proposed new rules governing generative AI in mainland China. The proposed amendment's feedback period ends on May 10th. Previously, this powerful body's regulations addressed technical items and services that pose a threat to national security. However, the new restrictions go considerably beyond. According to a remark by Princeton's Center for Information Technology Policy, the CAC mandates that models be accurate and true, adhere to a specific worldview, and prevent discrimination based on race, religion, and gender. The document also explains how these models should be built. The Princeton specialists add as an afterthought that achieving these criteria requires addressing open problems in AI such as hallucination, alignment, and bias, for which robust solutions do not yet exist. It is worth noting that robust solutions do not exist. In a liberal democratic Western context, this may be true. This, however, does not indicate that it is applicable in China. And it is precisely because of this distinction that our arrogant underestimating of China's capabilities has been so frequently incorrect. We believed that capitalism could not exist in the absence of democracy. China has shown that it is possible, as liberal countries will soon discover if they do not find ways to reign in corporate dominance. We assumed that the internet's intrinsic uncontrollability would have a democratizing influence on China. Instead, the Chinese government has shown that it can be handled and even utilized for state purposes with adequate resources. Which leads us to the present, when we are astounded by the seemingly uncontrollable disruptive possibilities of generative AI, and we look at some of the CAC's ideas. It's possible that the Chinese dictatorship has discovered something it can't control with this relatively new technology. As Jordan Schneider and Nicholas Welch put it recently, China's ambitions to become a world-leading AI superpower are rapidly approaching a head-on collision with its own censorship regime. Human or not, the Chinese Communist Party prioritizes control of the information arena over invention and originality. This might stymie the development and deployment of massive language models, putting China behind the West in the AI race. They could be correct. However, given our past complacency, I would not put money on it. China will become ChatGPT's main competitor in the AI race, according to the president of Microsoft, being taken over by tools that use artificial intelligence. This technology used to only be seen in science fiction movies or used for advanced technology jobs. Now, we can use it whenever we want. AI apps made by companies like OpenAI and others can be used by anyone. You have to admit that a lot of them are doing very good work. This situation has sparked a lot of interest, and it looks like many companies and even countries are getting ready to fight in the field of artificial intelligence. The president of Microsoft, Brad Smith, recently looked at the situation and said China will not fall behind in the AI race, and it is on track to become a major competitor to ChatGPT.